Hey you guys, welcome back to Lisa and Company. Today we are going to do some super quick, cheap, and easy last minute Easter DIYs. So let's jump in and get started. If you love budget-friendly DIY design and decor, then make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you never miss a new video. I picked this guy up at Dollarama because I was inspired by a piece I saw at HomeSense. So I'm going to use my heat gun and a scraper to get all of this off here. But as I was getting started, I'm thinking two-sided. What do you think? Yeah? Two-sided? Me too. My inspiration for this first DIY is this really cute bunny that I saw at HomeSense. I just loved his farmhouse enamel look that he had going on. So we're going to start by taking this apart. I want to keep this metal plaque that says Happy Easter intact, and then I want to get as much of the paper off as I can. Now I've already gone ahead and painted this in my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint, and we're going to add that plaque on. Now what I did with the little tacks that came with it is I'm just going to snip the back off of those with my side cutters so I can glue those back down. Super easy. Now using a Sharpie, and you can use any kind of marker. I love the Dollar Tree furniture touch-up markers for stuff like this, but I couldn't find my black one. We're just going to use the side of the marker going all around the edge of the bunny to create that beautiful enamel farmhouse look. I like to do it a little bit thicker in a couple of places, so you're going to see me go back and forth and make a couple of mistakes, which just become where we make it a little bit thicker and a little bit more like the enamel has chipped off. Now on the other side of the bunny, we're going to paint the whole thing white, and then I'm going to use this really pretty pink and white gingham napkin that I picked up at, yep, you guessed it, Dollar Tree. Once the paint is dry, I'm going to put a generous but even coat of the Mod Podge on this entire side of the bunny. I have already taken apart my napkin. It was 2-ply, so you want to make sure that you peel off the plain paper backing on those napkins. Now, if you have a really good napkin, it could be as many as 3-ply. So check carefully to make sure all you have is the printed layer right on top. Now, I mentioned earlier that we're going to try something new today, something that I have never done before. I recently discovered Deirdre over at Our Upcycled Life. If you don't already follow her, hop on over there after you finish watching this video because she has so many great ideas. I will make sure to link her channel down in the description box for you. Now we're going to very carefully lay the napkin right over top here. And one of the tricks that I have seen recently is to use a piece of saran wrap to move it around. I just have it all balled up, and this way it slides over the surface, as opposed to using your fingers, which can tear that really delicate napkin. I hope you're ready for this. In order to trim off all that extra napkin, we are going to use a lighter. That is right, we are. Now you want to make sure you're working in a well-ventilated space, as well as windows open and a little bit of water just in case. But what happens is, as it reaches the wet edge of the Mod Podge, it stops and it goes out, and it gives you just about a perfect edge. To finish off this bunny, I'm going to go ahead and use these beautiful rose decals I've had in my stash forever. And we're just going to lay those down in a few places on the bunny just to give him that finished look. Then you can see those roses that I have tucked along the side there. Well, we're going to make this bunny a really cute tail with those leftover Valentine's roses from Dollar Tree. Once you have your decal in place and you're happy with the positioning, just go ahead, flip it over, and I just used a utility knife to trim that off. Now, every bunny needs a cute tail, and I had these left over. I actually have tons of these left over. So I'm going to use 3 of them together to create a really beautiful version of a fluffy bunny tail. And isn't she pretty? Now, typically, pink is not something I use in my spring decor, but I just love the way she came out. And you know what? I think she's going over to Mom's place. Now, I just love these metal serving trays you find in the party section at Dollar Tree, and I love using my Rust-Oleum Modern Masters on them. So we did one of these back in the fall, and I'm going to clip that in for you right here, and this time we're going to make an egg out of one. Before I get started on the paint finish, I'm going to give it a really light, just a scuff sand, and then I'm going to give it a really light coat of black spray paint just to cover up as much of that silvery shine as I can before we get started with the paint finish. Now we can get started on the fun stuff. This Modern Master set from Rust-Oleum, which I actually picked up at my Restore, has 3 parts to it. We're going to do 2 coats of primer, and then when that is dry, we're going to do 2 coats of the actual paint. Once the second coat of paint is on, we're going to go right into the patina phase. Now, this is really fun. You want to spray on your patina, and a little bit of spray will give you a little bit patina, and a whole bunch of spray will give you a whole bunch of patina. So I'm going to let that sit and set up. To finish this off, I am going to make a really fun messy bow with all of these ribbons, as well as a tiny bit of greenery. I'm just going to layer these up, and the idea is just to make sure that you don't put the same ribbon in the same direction twice. So just have some fun with this, layering them up. I almost forgot to put in my 4-ply jute, and I thought that would give it lots of texture. Now I'm just going to fold this all up and use a zip tie to hold it all together. Then I just went through and primped my bow, frayed some edges, opened up and unraveled that 4-ply jute, and fishtailed all of the large ribbons to create a really big, fluffy, textured bow. I'm going to start with these really pretty ferns from Dollar Tree and attach them right to the plate, then put the bow on top, and then I'm just going to tuck in some of these really pretty spring flowers that I also got at Dollar Tree. To finish off the front and cover up that zip tie, I'm just going to keep putting in some tiny little bunches of those spring flowers from Dollar Tree. They're really cute little bunches, and I actually took the leaves and slid them right up behind the flowers to make them feel really full. Now to make this stand up, because I don't want it to hang and I don't want to just lean it on something, I'm just going to use a few of the tumbling tower blocks and build up a little base with some hot glue here. I just attached it to the back to make sure I had it at just the right angle for it to stand up. I just love these patina kits. It's incredible how you can take something brand new from the dollar store and make it look like you pulled it out of a bin at a thrift store. The messy bow on top with the spring florals is just what this egg needed to make beautiful Easter decor. Now, don't blink because this one is going to be finished before you know it. I have this bunny left from my Easter decor a couple of years ago, and this really pretty candlestick, of course, picked up at the thrift store. I'm going to put these two together with a really pretty wreath, but first, we're going to paint this bunny white to make him fit with what we've got going on this year. And that's it for this one. I actually picked up this wreath on the side of the road, and because it's plastic, I ran it through my dishwasher to get it good and clean. Altogether, these three little pieces make a great accent to my Easter home decor. Hey you guys, I just wanted to remind you that you can find me over on Instagram at Lisa & Company DIY. Make sure you hop over there and follow along. It's where I share lots of my personal life, shopping hauls, and all kinds of other stuff. This little plastic bunny from the dollar store is going to get the patina treatment as well. So I have already put on 2 coats of the primer. We're going to paint it and then have some fun with that patina spray. So stay tuned and see what I do with this little guy. Now this little bunny has lots of little nooks and crannies, and I am not sure how well the patina is going to react with this. So this one is a learning experience for me too. This could be beautiful or this could be a mess. Now that this little cutie is all painted, I'm going to spray him with the patina, and we're just going to let him sit in a jar and let it do its magic. While he's drying, I'm going to take one of these tiny little pots that comes in a 3-pack from Dollar Tree and give it a coat of white paint. Super simple. Then we're going to cut a piece of floral foam, pop it inside, and we're going to make a beautiful base for our little potted bunny. Now I've taken apart one of these really pretty spring greenery bunches from Dollar Tree. I've cut them really short and I'm going to put them on an angle all the way around. It's almost like creating a little wreath base, but on the pot. After a while, I find them a little bit long, so I am going to trim some of them up and then pop those ends in just to make it even fuller. Now, I just love this guy. I added a couple of teeny little white flowers right at the base of him before I glued him down, and isn't he sweet? What do you think of the patina? Make sure you head down to the comments and let me know. You guys, that is a wrap for me and Easter decor today. I really want to thank you guys for stopping by today and for sticking with me. I hope you'll come back for some more videos soon, and until then, we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.